As Black Art in America travels to Houston for the Fine Art Print Fair at the end of this month, we are dedicated to connecting Black printmakers to their community through the knowledge and medium of fine art prints. While we make the case for adding legacy prints to your collection, there are also numerous benefits to collecting contemporary and emerging artists. This is Why I Collect Emerging Artists by Byrma Braham, Gallery Director of Avisca Fine Art Gallery. I often get the question, who are the artists that you collect? You see, I mostly collect works of emerging or middle-rank artists, not necessarily the household names, nor for that matter, the popularly known. My motivation touches on the practical, the altruistic, and a quest for adventure, but mostly it just feels right for me. Don't get me wrong, there's much to be said for acquiring works of dead masters or mature artists. Their historical significance cannot be diminished, and our debt to them cannot be overstated. Their works are the life-sustaining repository of history, cultural, socio-political, and art history. They indeed are the influencers and mentors to the generation that follows them. For me, though, my eye and heart invariably are drawn to the nowness, the newness, and the freshness of contemporary and emerging artists, to the art that reflects the present. I'm drawn to the fearless experimentation with formal aspects, the inventive use of the materials, the vast creative inquiries that have exploded their art-making pursuits beyond. It goes without saying that building a quality collection of contemporary and emerging artists is not without its pitfalls. It is sometimes hard to put your finger on the pulse of the contemporary art world. It is hard to project a young artist's future path, and it is challenging to figure out the real value of the work that has not stood the test of time. Still, I think I can make a strong case for embracing the work of contemporary and young talent. Consider these advantages, and yes, the practical, altruistic, and thrilling benefits of collecting newer and contemporary artists. Affordability. Yes, we're in the era of art as a commodity. Yet, relatively speaking, if we can separate the hype from the talent and sidestep the fads, we can find the best value in this segment of the market. Next, we support the artist's career. The building of an artist's career is a process, and we participate in that process by supporting and acquiring work by that artist. We build our own artistic legacy. We have the ability to buy work from relatively unknown artists whose work may later be distributed by national galleries and museums. The thrill and adventure. What could be more exhilarating and self-affirming than following one's own eye and taste in discovering a future star or master? We collect work that speaks to our time. Artists of this generation invariably reflect and respond to the mood and spirit of our times. They are in tune with contemporary culture and movements, and especially for younger collectors, our experiences and sensibilities will more closely align with the work we buy. We establish a personal connection with the artist. I often listen to stories from clients and older friends of visiting artists in the studio or hanging out with them at gallery openings. We have the opportunity to make our own stories. So really, most of us simply buy art that we love, and all this may be irrelevant, but it's hard to ignore quality concerns and the investment potential of the art we buy, even when it's not our main consideration, or at least we want to feel that we're getting good value. Much has been written and said about how to collect art, on this site and elsewhere, and many of the considerations hold true for collecting work by contemporary and emerging artists. The key here is to exercise our eye, for we are assuming more of the role of a critic. For me, the overarching question is whether the artist is saying something unique or giving a new perspective on something familiar in an imaginative, aesthetically pleasing, and technically competent way. And do I connect with the work or with the artist's passion?